Alright, so you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. We're going to keep this train rolling right up until I either decide that I'm good to go and I can go to sleep, or my heart finally stops from the amount of caffeine that I just shotgunned about 20 minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the M8 Armored Gun System. It was built and manufactured, well, in 1995 and 2000, but it was originally designed in 1983, and it was made to replace the M551 Sheridan and all of the tow missile capable Humvees. Now, I know you see that above average, some would say, boom tube sticking right out of the nose. That is the M35 105mm soft recoil gun, and to go along with that, it had a 50 caliber Mod Deuce machine gun strapped right on top, and then it had a 308 caliber machine gun in the turret. Now, this thing was powered by a two-stroke Detroit diesel pumping out about 550 horsepower or 580 horsepower, depending on the type of fuel you used. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at the M551 Sheridan only being powered with 300 horsepower, it's a pretty significant jump. Not to mention the fact that they're also extremely lightweight, and so they can maneuver around the battlefield with a little bit smaller horsepower output. That and the Army somehow figured out how to parachute these things for the 82nd Airborne Division, so that's pretty cool on its own. Now, unfortunately, in 1996, the entire program was scrapped due to budgetary constraints, and so it was retired before it ever saw combat, and the M551 Sheridan light tank was retired before it had a true successor. Now, in the year 2000, they tried to bring it back, which is why I said it was manufactured in 1995 and 2000. Technically, those are still prototypes, although they got rid of the X prototype designation. Now, in the year 2000, they had the AGS program, which is the Armored Gun System, and the MGS program, which is a totally different acronym that I don't remember the name for, and I'll figure it out later, and I'll probably put it up here somewhere. Now, with that being said, it did lose the contract to the M1128 Striker, which is a wheeled variant of a gun with wheels. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say. It's a pretty fair classification. Now, I know there wasn't a whole lot of information here, but truly, there's not a whole lot of information to be found. All the information I found, honestly, is just it was designed, manufactured, canceled, manufactured again, canceled again. So, there you go. And that is your brief history on the M8 Armored Gun System.